I think I think they prefer to watch it from over here so they don't have the lag.
Okay, that works.
Maybe. I don't know. Are we live now, Ed?
Yeah.
Yay,
Yeah,
we're
we have
live.
people watching.
And as usual, Brent is I don't know. I don't know. That's how he rolls. But I'm here and
I'm
raring
here
to
now. I
go.
was getting
Here
a-
it comes. Jog, 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 jog. Ta-da! He does exist.
Yay!
Woohoo! Hey,
Look, I even combed my hair this morning, and you can't tell.
you get a little whiplash.
Yeah, I
going
was
on.
noticing that. I'm like, but I think I even combed it to the other. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Can we talk about the backdrop today?
Yes, we can
Can we
talk about
just
the backdrop.
start with this
Let's
backdrop?
just start with the backdrop. Yeah.
Because I think this is the first completed Frosty we've been able to show off. I'm not saying it's the first Frosty that ever got completed, but it's the first
First one
one
that
we
we're
got
showing
to
off.
see live and in person. This was Danny's, but can we show the back?
Yes, we can show the back.
Where is her label? I want to show where her label
Label's
is.
in your corner.
Okay, flip this over. So first of all, and she posted this label for
Yeah.
all you people who are doing Frosty. So if you want to get this label and do it up yourself, she's got it out there for you. In addition, now somehow we have to show the back.
Yeah.
She used.
Can you pan up?
Oh, darn it! I would have caught that. What she did for her backing is she used leftovers.
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
she pieced it all together
yes.
for her backing. So I really love that she did
And then you
that.
got more up here. So.
Yeah, I really love how she did that. The other thing I love, instead of doing stitch in the ditch,
Oh, I didn't even see it. That's actually a good idea.
she did a serpentine
Serpentine
stitch. Do you see that all on here? That's a serpentine stitch. She did stitch in the ditch on the borders, but I really love how she did that. It's an interest. It's
Now, did she-
interesting.
Were those? Did she do those herself, or did
She
make
made those. Yes, she did. She made those.
them? Yeah. So if you're not local, you wouldn't understand that she actually changed the names on the buildings to match.
to stuff that was
to
local
local
to
stuff.
our area. See Four Pines Quilting? I don't know if that's showing you. She's got Four Pines Quilting up at the quilt store. Claremont Junction is where the train comes in. Rest in peace, Country Kitchen.
I think they're still there, aren't they?
No,
Oh, they're done.
no. So she did add. She printed out a couple for some other folks that
Yeah.
asked for it too.
Yeah. So she localized it. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. But I think she did a beautiful job.
Oh, it's a gorgeous quilt.
And she did the quilting and everything.
I am still.
I'm in awe of it.
The size of it still throws me off.
It came out beautiful.
It did.
Absolutely beautiful. And I think we are going to enter into a new category here
A new
of
category of what?
giveaways.
What do we give? Why we're not giving
Well,
this
we
away, are
showed off Sue's
we? Yeah.
macaw.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was very proud of her.
Oh, so we have to give something away to Danny. Yes.
I think those of us, they finish a project and they finish it proudly, and I'm like, woo! I think one person out of every project class deserves something.
Well, okay, we'll figure out the prize. But any prize that I make for Danny, she's going, I don't need that.
I know, but it's instead of quilt of the week.
Yeah.
This is the quilt of the week.
Well, kind of
Right?
quilt of the month. Well, yeah, I was gonna. Yes.
Quilt of the month. It's absolutely stunning. So
Yeah.
we need to do a shout out, Danny. This is gorgeous. You didn't let me down, and she was really integral in making all these kits come to life
Yes.
too. And there it is.
Nice. And Rhonda's in the house. She got her spray bottle.
Beautiful. Okay. Yay.
Okay.
Did you use it yet, Rhonda? Okay.
All right.
All right.
So yeah. So anyway, shop news. I love to see how my shop news fabric buy some. That's my note. We got a lot of fabric that came in this week. Some good stuff. We had the shop kit for this already, but we didn't have the fabric. So this is hanging in the front window, so I don't have the actual quilt. But this panel came in, which
Recently or before?
no, like yesterday.
Oh, so the panel came in.
Yeah, we have the panel now. We had the sample made up, but we didn't have any of the fabric. So this panel came in.
Okay.
So we'll have kits, which is going to be this available. This is going to be the kit that we'll put together for it.
Oh, wow, that's really cute.
Yeah, it's a really interesting collection because they're really the only two prints in this whole
Oh, I
collection.
did see those out there.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
dandelions.
the only two real prints in this is the panel here, and then the only other print from the collection is going to be
Oh, that's That's really
these
cool.
parrots, which is kind of cool. And the reason from a shop standpoint that I love this quilt, because
Oh, the
this
colors.
and the panels were fantastic. But the best part is all the other coordinates are just these dots in a million different colors. So you've got this.
Wow. Those
you've
are
got,
really
you've got
pretty.
these dots here.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got a whole variety of these really interesting dots that go with that panel. So check that out. I don't know if we've got it posted online yet, but that'll be posted for the days out. That collection, like I said, just came in late yesterday, so I don't know if it's up yet. But that just came in. Very excited about it. That's colorful.
That's really pretty.
That one.
It doesn't even have to be with this panel.
Yeah, but
I can see so many projects
yeah,
with
the
that.
dots themselves.
The dots are
but
and
this,
I love this with the dots. This
Yeah,
I call it the
dandelion,
dandelion.
yep,
I don't
that's
know
another
what it's
one that
supposed
came
to
in.
be, but that's beautiful.
this is going to be another one that strays a little bit from the dots. But that's
Yeah.
So that collection came in. It's really bright, really beautiful. That's a fun one.
That's me. I like bright and beautiful.
Well, we'll get to that in just a second. The other one that came in that I absolutely love. Here's the good one. Zoom in on that so people can see the turtles.
Oh,
This came in late last week.
Snails.
So this is the turtles and snails.
See, I always like to see what the. Wow, is that pretty?
Here is the main print from that collection. The turtles and snails are one of the coordinates, but here's the main print. It's got all the animals.
Yeah.
See, and
Is that part of Frolic?
no, it's a different.
No, that's really
But you can
cute.
tell it's got the same turtle on it. So you got that, and
Oh,
then you've got this
I
one
don't have
here.
enough time.
I know. Well,
All these beautiful
and
fabrics.
then here's the other animals. So that came in too last week.
Super cute.
So that came in. Those are the two new collections this week. The other thing we wanted to talk about is
He's created a big mess on the floor now.
Yeah, I
you
know.
can't even move. He's got himself all trapped.
it's like the blanket fort you would make as a child.
Oh my.
And if you all got the email yesterday, there was a new class on there, the Jelly Roll Jiggle,
Yes.
that some people were excited about, and then they saw the picture.
Let's show the picture.
The picture that I put out in the email was just kind of the generic pattern picture. Mm-hmm. We will be including a kit with the class.
You include everything.
Yeah,
in the
that's the
class,
all-inclusive.
right?
Yeah, that class is going to be all-inclusive.
The thread, the batting.
Yeah, everything
the
for that
fabric,
class, yes.
The machine.
Everything for that class is going to be included.
Just bring your lovely body.
But a lot of people who are like, that's an ugly table
There wasn't
runner.
a lot of people. There was one person in
there's
particular
a few
who
people-
voiced her opinion quite clearly
And
this
it's
morning.
not, and there's been a few people, so I just wanted to let you all know, the kits we're going to be using, this fall fabric here is going to be our focus fabric that we're going to make the kits out of. Because we figured the time of year, we're going to make a nice kind of a fall table runner. We're going to, this is what we're going to use for
That's
focus.
the accent fabric.
Yeah, the actual, so if you're looking at the pattern, this main fabric here, that's going to be this fall foliage one, and then we're going to match to go with it.
To go with it.
So if
it'll
you,
be fall.
yeah, it's going to be a very,
fall table.
and
runner.
I'll update the picture when we get the sample done.
And this pattern actually includes placemats for it too, but
Yes.
that's not part of the class.
No, we're just going to go over the two.
The runner.
Yeah, the runner.
And it's quilt as you go.
Yeah,
So,
so-
they're really a lot of fun to do.
So by the time the class is over, when you leave the class, the table runner's done. You don't have to worry about I got to get a
Even
quilt.
the binding.
Well, that's gonna.
I love how you think people can just mosey through all this stuff.
On something like that, the
He
binding
does
will
it
be
at a different
easy.
speed than me. Nothing's easy.
You're gonna throw it on by
And this is
machine.
curved. Doesn't that mean you have to do bias binding?
Not in my world. But.
Okay then. I'm all for sticking a back on it and turning it inside out and say, there!
Yeah, but that's not gonna
No,
work.
no, it won't work because you
Quilt
quilt as you go. Yeah.
So yeah, but that's on the. But that I just wanted to show that to everybody because that is on the calendar, and we are going to be making it. It's going to be a fall table runner. So if
That's
you saw that
gonna be
email
fun.
and you thought it looked like fun, but you weren't excited about the fabric, the kits that we're going to have for the class with that fall foliage is going to be the focus fabric for that.
Yeah.
And then prairie kits are now available. We got them all done. They look fantastic.
Woo!
We're selling through our
Such-
first batch.
Yeah, we.
I don't know how many we don't have a lot left.
I am like yesterday. I had a no moment because I'm still testing the.
Yeah.
I'm into block 8 and testing the digitizing part of it, and I do it, and then I take the shapes that we've cut.
Yeah.
And I go, uh-oh, that's a small circle. That's a big circle. I panicked. I went, oh no, everything for block 8's been cut wrong. And I literally was like, no, no, no. Good news is everything was cut right. It's just the picture I was given to digitize
Yeah,
with
was
was wrong.
wrong.
So,
Okay.
but I went, oh.
So there's no updates
just
to the
so you know,
patterns
I
yet.
really do test every single piece before I let the file go out.
Yeah, and then also, if you are doing the Prairie Sew along with us, be sure to join the Facebook private group we have going, because that's where the files are being distributed. And should there be some sort of emergency like that,
That's where
That's
I
where
would
the
make
new-
the announcements. That's where the changes will be made. That's where all the how-to videos are being
Yep.
posted. We're working hard on the how-to videos. And truthfully, my hope is it helps people go at their own pace.
Yep.
And that's not to take away from the one-on-one classroom time. In fact, we're going to get together and pick a sew-along date.
Yes.
Just for people to come in and sew along with Perry together. My hope is we are able to reach more people.
Yes. So if you happen
wider
to be in Texas
Yes.
and you wanted to join us, all that will be, the Facebook group makes it possible for everybody to kind of
You can be anywhere.
yeah.
You can be
it brings you
anywhere.
right
And
in.
it's private, so it's
Yeah.
not like you have to worry about running into people who aren't making this project.
You mean
with
there's not
us.
going to be spam for Amazon $30 an hour?
Nope.
Second shift?
Nope.
No. Okay.
It's very private, and we have to approve you coming in. So yeah.
So then also machines, because we did get a bunch of machines in, some luminaires. I do have some pre-owns that have come in. Right now we do have a Baby Lock Destiny. We have a BQ 1350. And we will probably have a pre-owned, which doesn't happen very often. We may have a pre-owned. We do have one coming in. I don't know if it's gonna be ready this week, but probably next week. A Luminaire. So
It's been updated to 2.
it's a 2. Yes, it's gonna be updated to 2.
Okay, I have to tell you, folks, that is the way to step into the Luminaire world. I have the 3 unboxed sitting on my counter, and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. And Danny says to me, well, what can it do that the upgraded ones, like if I have a 1 and I upgrade it to a 3, what do you have that I don't have? And I go, nothing. Mine's just a different color.
Yeah, the 3s they do look nice.
They're beautiful, but it is no reason for you to dissolve yourself of the 1s or the 2s.
Yes. Unless you need one that's pretty.
Well, and I did.
Yes.
I did.
Which is why some lucky soul is going to be able to get into
well,
one
that's how
fairly-
we got some 1s available, because I'm not the only one who wanted the pretty.
Yeah, the one that's coming in does have less than 10 million stitches on it, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that
Yeah.
out there for anybody that's interested.
It's a really
Yep.
affordable way to make the jump
Yep.
to become
Yeah.
a Luminaire
Yep.
fan.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I've got the 3 and I've got the. Well, I did get rid of my 1,
Yeah.
but I got a 2, and there's absolutely no
No difference,
difference
yeah.
once they're upgraded,
Yeah.
except the color.
Yes.
What is the color?
The color. The question is, what is the color? It's a charcoal.
Yeah, it's like a
It's a
charcoal,
charcoal.
gray, and it's really
It's
pretty.
very classy, and they put
I was gonna say,
decals
there's
on the
some-
top, so
Yeah.
it's really pretty. I might bring it in just to show
Okay.
it off. But truthfully,
Take a picture.
the money, if you can get hold of a 1
Yep.
and do the upgrade, or 2,
Yeah, and do
do the upgrade.
It's worth the.
Oh yeah, it's just exactly it.
Yeah, so we've got a few machines. If you're interested, come on in. Some pre-owns, and we do have some new machines also on the floor. I'm gonna be honest. We don't have any luminaires right now. All those, any new ones have been spoken for, but we do have pre-owned, and then we do have some 1350s and a few others. So we do have stock. The only other thing I want to get into shop news is we do have some classes. Check out the October calendar. We've got a lot of stuff up there. I just want to make you all aware too, is as we start getting into classes, keep in mind, if we don't get people signed up ahead of, because this is kind of a change because of how we've run our shop
we're
for
working
so
on
long.
educational changes.
Yes. One of the things is, for anybody that's been here a while knows that we used to be, just drop in if you want to do a class and we'll make a spot for you. We're trying to get kind of away from that and do a little bit more structured class. So as such, if you are interested in a class, sign up sooner than later, because if we don't have people signed up 48 hours in advance, we're going to cancel classes.
Yeah.
Just because the prep and stuff, a lot goes into it.
We want to give everybody the attention they deserve.
Yes.
That's why we're being a little
Yeah.
about that. But we're also going to schedule what we call UFO sessions.
Yes.
Which are a free-for-all.
Yeah, whatever.
You'll
But-
start to see that as a class. You still have to sign up for that, guys, because there's only so much
We got limited
people
space.
power
Yes.
and machines, but we will have. You'll see. Are we calling it UFO?
Well, something like that. Yeah, we'll call it
Like,
UFOs.
UFO, where you can come
and then
in.
we can put like a really cool picture of an alien and a cow.
Yeah, well,
and
you
that will
can
make
come
my
in
day.
and work on anything, and have us there to help you, and we'll put who's available at the
Yeah.
same time to do it. So.
Yes. And this is also keep in mind, especially on evening classes, because
Mm-hmm.
somebody has to come in and teach class. So if there's nobody signed up, we're not going to run it. So just
Mm-hmm.
keep that in mind as you're looking at the calendar. If you see something you like, sign up for it. This is not to say if something comes up, we're not going to be like, oh, no refunds. But we're trying to improve
Yes.
our classroom.
We don't want to be one of those stores that isn't here.
Yes. So that's that. Yes, that's all I think I have for shop news.
Okay.
And Lynn loves her bestie.
That's not her machine.
Yeah,
just
I
knowing.
thought it said Betsy for a minute, and I'm like, she named her Betsy, but she says bestie. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's talking about her girlfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Anyway.
I have a quiz. Do you want to do
Yes,
quiz time?
Yay!
I have a quiz and a giveaway. So why don't I do both those things?
Is that a new
right
mouse,
now?
Eddie? That's kind of a
Yeah, those one.
yeah. I'm liking the color of it. It's kind of nice.
Okay. So, quiz. $10 GC, one for in audience,
Yes.
one for long
Yes.
live audiences, based on last week's show.
Yes. Am I supposed to have a question?
Brent, no.
Well, the way you looked at me, I'm like worried. I'm like.
Well, I'm worried the same person's going to win, so I'm trying to think, should I change the question immediately in my little brain right now? Okay. Last week I teased Brent a lot about
More than
his
usual?
more than usual is the peanut gallery. No, not more than usual. But I ran after him about the comment, and I suggested a little fix
Oh,
that
yes.
I could perhaps use to do something to him. What was a little fix that I suggested Brent wear? I'll even go that far. What? Yeah, Jean, look, she had her fingers on it. She knew what I was going to ask.
I'm gonna say nobody but
Electric shock collar, Rhonda. Yeah, Jean got it. Jean first, the zap collar. Yes, I even went so far to suggest it had to be a big one.
Yes. Can I get one with a cone on it? Because
Oh, yeah,
I've always wanted the
that's
cone.
what I need to stay focused. You need to put one of those big cones on me so I stay focused on task. Yes, congratulations, Jean. That's a $10 GC.
Yes.
Woohoo! I hope you're feeling better and better too. By the way. All right, so there.
Okay.
Should we do the giveaway?
What's
Let's do the
giveaway?
giveaway at the same time.
What are we giving
'cause
away?
And I see that table runner, and I'm like, really? I would use this for that table runner.
Oh, that was a beautiful collection.
This is an absolutely
totally
beautiful
forgot.
collection. This bundle is six.
I almost feel like I'm in a time machine when
I
you pull some of
know
this
it.
stuff out because I
I
remember
know,
it.
but I love it.
That is a gorgeous
This is something I
line.
truly love, but I'm trying to be smart about what I'm really going to do. This is 6.5 yards. What line is it, Brent?
That was
I'm
from
gonna break
Northcott.
Look at this
and
stuff.
I'm trying to remember. It was like
It's,
Butterfly
you know why I
Love.
love it? It's got sparkles in it.
Yeah, it was a Northcott collection.
Look at those sparkles.
And
Some
it was just a
people-
really.
I bought this thinking I was going to make a table runner. Now I know that includes the price of all the fabric, but
Yeah.
but if I wanted to come in with my fabric, not trying to look for a discount on the price, but if I wanted to come to class with these, could I?
I mean, I suppose.
Or just go home and make a second one?
I would. That's what I would say. Is going because if you got something.
Aren't these gorgeous,
If you have something
people?
that gorgeous, you would want to make the
Aren't
kit
they-
first, so
and
that the
these-
second one comes out perfect.
These are 6.5 yards. These are not fat quarters. These are
Yes.
6.5 yards, and they are sparkly, which is why I love them.
Yeah, it's a little bit of metallic. And
They is. I don't
yeah,
know if it's showing.
Northcott
but
does a
it's-
really good job with their
Eddie, I'm
metallic.
too high. Yeah. So here's the
Why don't you go
giveaway.
from there?
Here's the
Can you
giveaway
do
for
that
next
one?
week.
Oh, the color's off
You
a
need to
little.
comment in the video after it's up and running, right?
Yeah.
On YouTube, and you have to say, "I love to sparkle.
I'd love to
I
sparkle.
love to sparkle."
Sparkle or sparkle? I have to give you a hard time because I didn't know that my R's were so awful until
Sparkle.
I went to
It's
college.
beautiful, and this is a tough one
And
for
then-
me to give up, but you know, I'm trying to be
And they used to give me a hard time.
reasonable with myself.
They'd give me a hard time for my R's. They'd all laugh and they're like, Furlan, say,
Yeah.
and they'd just give me something to say, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
I'm used to it. Don't you worry. Anyway, six half-yard cuts of beautiful fabric for our giveaway.
yes.
Next week,
So, I
this will
love
be
to
the
sparkle.
spinning wheel giveaway.
The spinning
Okay,
wheel
I
of-
love the spinning wheel. I
the
miss it
spinning
when I
wheel of
don't
prizes?
have. I need to get them so we have them every week.
Yes.
I love them.
All right.
That goes on the spinning wheel. There.
All right. Are we going to turbo tip or are we saving that?
No, we're going to it right now.
Oh, this is what we're going to talk about.
This is what we're going to talk about. Okay. Now,
And my effort to be cheap led to this great turbo tip.
it,
Frugal. I was trying to be frugal.
you were trying to be cheap. So I said to Brent, we need to get 6 small irons for the classroom. So when people come in, they're sitting down at a machine, they have their side table, they're going to have a little mat, a wool mat.
Yeah, we're gonna have wool mats.
Wool mat and a little iron as part of their setup. So when you come in now and you either come in to sew or whatever, you are going to be all outfitted.
Yes.
He's even including the pre-wound bobbins
Yeah, it was going to be a couple bob. Yeah.
and needles.
Yes.
He's
We're
really.
I'm trying
I'm
to
so
make it
proud
kind
of him.
I'm just trying to make it
So
nice.
I don't know about you, but I can spend $35 in a day on needles if I
Yeah.
keep breaking them. But anyway, so he says to me, I say to him, Brent, the Cricut small irons are on sale right now, so now's a good time to buy them. I love being frugal. We know. He
And-
goes, well, I see a wannabe iron.
Yeah, the knockoffs. You know, there's always a knockoff.
That's half that price, Becky. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to order one of those and see if we like it.
I wanted because it was yellow. Look at the yellow handle. Look how nice that, and the fact that you see my big monkey grips can fit in there. Not so easy there. Those are my two. Those are my purchasing decision
Okay.
because of the yellow and the grip
Okay. Well, the first thing I
and
tested,
the price.
And
that
the
was
price.
half the price.
this is half the price of this when it's on sale.
Yes.
This is $49.99 right now,
Yeah.
which is $20 off its usual price. I swear by these irons, and now I'm going to show you why. Not this one.
And I have to concur with Becky because after we ran a couple
Okay,
tests, I'm like,
I have not turned either of these irons on yet. Can you feel heat on that handle?
Not really, no. Am I
Okay,
supposed
maybe it's just me. Okay, first thing I tested is no, this handle has warmth to it already, and I haven't even checked. They're plugged in, but they're not turned on.
to? Yeah, I can see. But yeah, there's a little bit.
There's heat in that
something going
handle.
on there. Yeah. Okay.
And they're not turned on yet.
Yes.
Now, my first test was I'm going to turn them on. I'm going to turn this one on first. No, there's definitely heat
Yeah.
in this handle. I'm going to turn this one on first to give it time to be ahead.
Give it a head start.
Now, first of all, pushing this button drove me nuts.
You have to hold it.
You
Did
have to push and hold, and even then,
Did we break it already? Oh, there we go.
I want to. Okay, it's on to 2. The lights are difficult to see. I don't know if you guys can see them at all.
I don't. I
I can see them if I do this.
I can't see him from here.
But can you see those lights?
Oh, there you go.
you can see them. Okay, he's on. He's not heated up. It's still red. The handle's hot, but the iron is not. Now let's turn this one on. Oh, that's so much easier to turn on, isn't it? Okay, he's not heated up yet. But can't you see those lights better?
Yeah, those. I can see those lights from here. I can't see
You
the
can
yellow
see
light.
it's on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, from a safety standpoint, I want to be able to see my lights. Secondly, I'm a little leery. We're waiting to see who warms up first in this test. This one will go, they'll go green, and it's not showing up good on my camera, but, and this I have to go like this
Yeah.
to see. This one I can see, but it's not green yet. So remember, this one got a head start though. They were both cold,
Yes.
not used at all today. Cold, cold, cold. And just to let you know, when they weren't cold and I started this test, this one still warmed up faster than this
Well,
one.
we had actually pre-warmed the yellow
We
one.
pre-warmed this
And then
one,
the-
then plugged them both
Yeah.
in, and this one still
The
came
one-
on
yeah.
faster than this
A
one.
lot. Yeah, a lot. The difference in
Yeah,
time
he's
is a
still
lot.
not there, but he'll be there soon.
Yeah.
It'll be there soon. So it definitely is going to heat up faster. I guarantee you that. The second thing I saw was the width of the bases. Now these are going to be on little tables.
Yeah, and if you look, you can see.
This has a safer base. There's a bigger girth to it.
Yeah, see the width
So it's
there
not as tippy as this one.
How narrow that one is.
Yeah, and this one tips over much easier.
Yeah.
It does, which again, I go, not so sure I want that in the classroom stuff that tips over. So we're still not heated up yet, but we're going. What?
I thought that's just flat screen.
There.
There you go.
There's my crickets ready to go.
Yeah.
This one is still in La La Land. And remember, we started him first.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Brent goes, well, I can get over that. I go, well, I can't.
I said I could.
I can't. And
Maybe.
when it failed was after it was already warm, and I
Yeah.
just quickly wanted it to restart.
Yeah.
It took forever. This one, I can shut it off. It'll come up at the temperature within seconds.
Yes.
After it's been heated up
But
once.
that's only half the story with that
Okay.
iron, because the
Yeah.
thing that really turned me off to it is
Shall we press with them?
is pressing with
This
it.
is hard to describe because you almost have to feel it.
Yes.
But again, guys, you know I love the Cricut irons because of these bases.
Yes, the
okay?
sole plate is nice.
This sole plate, nothing sticks to it. I put it on my 101 by accident. I stick it on heat and bond, the wrong side, by accident. Nothing sticks to this thing. Nothing, including the fabric. When I go to iron, and this is where Brent, you guys can't feel what I'm feeling. It is just sliding.
Yes.
Gliding. It's gliding. Not only is nothing going to stick to it, but it glides. Then, well, this one's still not warm
It's not
yet.
warm yet. And when I first used it, I thought maybe it's because it's not warm that it doesn't feel right. But
It
even after it's
sticks
warm,
to the fabric.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot exaggerating.
you're actually moving the
You-
pressing mat
you-
when you try and
You
move
can't. You gotta like, and then you're gonna stretch your fabric out. It sticks. It doesn't glide.
it. Yeah.
And watch, this is the
And you're
same
not and,
fabric.
and you're not exaggerating either. It's that bad.
I'm not
It's
exaggerating.
that bad.
So the tip of the day is don't buy these. Brent goes, so you're going to give it away in today's giveaway? I'm like, no.
We can't give it away.
I can't even give this thing away. He
Yeah.
should return it. Those of you who think the Cricut irons are too much money, I have had the same little Cricut iron for, I don't know, 4 years now. I use them religiously. I'm even trying to get them to get the bigger square ones
Yeah.
for the classroom. They are unbelievably, they
Yes.
are worth their price, especially if you can get them on sale.
Yeah.
And this handle is getting hotter by the minute.
And
So
there is a
oh, we heat it up.
we put
The
that.
mat and the bottom get hot too, the pad, that's what they was saying last week, on the.
On-
that,
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Well,
They
it's
said that
It,
gets hot too.
it could because there's not enough space.
they're both yeah. This has. Can I shut these off? I don't want to ruin
Yeah.
my mat. Oh, shutting off is a pain in the butt on this too. This one I just one click it. Oh, that one turned it up. See?
Yeah.
I should have showed you how fast it heats up to the next level. Bev was saying the bases internally are.
See that right there.
See that glide?
See that just by itself because it's so smooth.
Yeah. Did you see this one do that?
That one, there's no way it would do that.
Well, it's doing
A little
something.
bit.
Oh, probably because I'm pulling the cord.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Yeah, but that's just that. I mean, do you see the mat move as I'm? That is just awful.
Don't buy them. The plates are
So yeah, I
are
saved.
different. If you look, this one actually has a full ventilated plate. This one just has an open hole.
Yeah.
So I don't know how wonderful that is to sit
Yeah.
on your counter. But anyway.
So yeah, I saved
yeah.
$20
Yeah.
so that you could all learn this lesson.
So last week he won on the spray bottles. You won the Mr.
Yeah, well,
Bottle Challenge.
yes.
Okay. You lost on the small
Yeah,
iron challenge.
And
And I have to-
sometimes you just can't cheap
Yeah,
out, and that's
I
one of
know.
them.
And I have a lot of those small travel irons
Yep.
that sit on the shelf now because they still cannot compete with this guy. He's the bestest. Okay, so that's it. Turbo tip. Don't buy.
Don't
These.
get the knockoff
Spend $20 more
and get.
and get the real
Yes.
McCoy. Okay?
and I won't even tell you the brand because I think all those the clone knockoffs I think
think-
are coming out of the same factory. There's
I'm-
different brands
I'm
stamped on
sure
them.
they are.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So on
Okay.
to
Wasn't that exciting?
the workbench.
Yes, let's do the
So,
workbench.
the
I'm gonna
workbench
change,
was-
well, you're doing workbench.
Yep.
Zero in on him, Ed.
So
Thank
what
you.
we've got here is scissors, because I thought it would be fun to talk about, because I remember as a child that I was almost killed because I used my mom's good scissors to cut paper.
Not really.
I feared for my life,
Oh my.
but that could have been, my young mind overreacting.
You're not catching me down here, right?
So one of the things that I was just, as I looked through all the dumb stuff I do in a day, somebody had a question about scissors versus fabric for cutting with your paper versus fabric and cutting with your scissors, and everybody was like, "Well, yeah, they dull the scissors." But so I investigated this because, like many things in quilting, I think it's an old wives' tale. What's the truth? Because there's a lot of that. And what was interesting is it's not just the fact that paper will dull your fabric scissors, because. Are you going to make me famous there, Eddie? One of the reasons that scissors, cutting paper with fabric does dull your scissors is paper has different additives in it. Like there are some clays and some other stuff that make it a little bit more abrasive, and that will dull your scissors quicker. But that's not the whole story, which I found, which was very interesting. One of the things is there's actually a physical difference between the scissors for those that are made for fabric, those that are made for paper. And what got me thinking about this is, why do hairdressers pay $300 for a pair of scissors? I mean, and that's low end. And so when I got looking at this, I found out that how the scissors are made are very different. So on a pair of fabric scissors, and I'm going to use this one here.
Is this like the scissor rabbit hole?
This is a rabbit hole. So I grabbed these off of Brenda's desk, and she's like, "Those are my favorite fabric scissors."
Yeah, I'm
She
surprised
loves
she let
these.
I'm surprised she let you touch them.
She loves these, and Havel makes
These are Havels?
Havels. Havel makes a lot of really good cutting implementations. They do some really good stuff, and these are her favorite fabric scissors. And the difference between a fabric scissor and then I grabbed these Scotch scissors we just have on our shipping counter that we use for these. Actually, this one I think might be halfway in between, but these are definitely paper scissors. The big difference between paper scissors and fabric scissors is, I'm going to see if we can, I don't know if you're going to be able to see
Oh no,
this.
you can see it. You can see
You
it.
can kind of see it on here. But if you look, I'm going to use this as a pointer. This surface right here, the angle of that is different.
And it's
On paper scissors, that tends to be a little bit flatter. It's not as steep of a slope, so it's a little bit more blunt. That whole surface there is at a different angle than what you're going to get.
It's almost flat.
Yeah, it's almost going to be flat for paper scissors. Let's see if I can get the light to catch the edge here. Whereas on a good pair of fabric scissors, that angle is a lot steeper. You're going to get a lot steeper angle on that. You can
Just look at the difference
Yeah.
in the size right there.
yeah, the width, these are a little bit thicker, but you can see the angle at which she's holding that so you can catch the light flat is less severe than the angle I've got to hold these, because this is a much steeper angle on here. I don't have hairdressing scissors. Hairdressing scissors have an even steeper angle here. That's one of the big differences, and because of the steeper angle, you get a finer edge, but because you have that finer edge at the steeper angle, it will dull quicker with things like paper because it's more abrasive. You don't have those abrasives in fabric. The other thing that you're going to get in the high end, you're going to see a lot, and you're starting to see them in fabric scissors more, but you're definitely going to see them in hairdressing scissors, is micro serrations.
Hand puppet.
You can kind of see it on here. This one does have some micro serrations. You can kind of see it, but there's really tiny.
We can't. There we go.
I'll move it over
Try
here.
it again.
There's really tiny serrations along the blade here, and you really see it. That's what makes these Karen Buckley scissors really nice.
Oh, everybody loves
Yeah,
it.
everybody loves these Karen Buckley ones because they have the micro serrations, and you can actually
It goes
almost feel
all
them.
the way to the tip.
Yes.
Too. All the way.
And
to
you'll
the
also
tip.
notice that these are fabric scissors because the angle here is quite a bit more severe than these paper scissors. But what was interesting when I was looking at all the scissors in the shop is I think these gingers, well geared towards fabric, are a little less.
Oh, they are.
They're slightly less of an angle on these versus the Havel,
Which is probably why we like to have.
which why I might like the Havel better. But that also probably makes these gingers a little bit better as an all-around scissor because of the lower angle. Because as you
Yeah.
get the steeper angle, it becomes very specialized what you're cutting with. It's either hair or fabric or whatnot.
I can tell you, I ruined a pair of these cutting things I shan't cut with them.
Yes. The other thing.
So now they have become the paper scissors.
The other thing that I
So
ran
don't do
across,
that.
kind of as you go down the rabbit hole, because this is another thing that somebody was saying that also ruins scissors, and it's not necessarily specifically paper that does this, but one thing to keep in mind is if you're looking at a pair of scissors and you can see it through here, there's a space between the bottom and the top, and as you close the scissors, it kind of works its way down the space. See if you can see it in there. You should almost be able to see through.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, dude,
I'd have to get my giant scissors to really show that off. But there's a space.
You did. You had a pair of giant scissors.
Yeah, I don't know where I put them. Oh, right
Oh,
here.
they're there.
Can you see it on these? Oh yeah, I can see.
Now that's what he uses when Danny gets out of line.
But
he takes
should.
he takes those scissors out and says, "Excuse me."
So you see that right there? That, yeah, you see where you can see that space right through there? You see my hand behind there?
Yeah.
You see that gap?
Yeah, actually I can. Yeah.
Yeah, that gap is in almost all scissors. Some of them will be a little bit bigger, some will be a little bit less. That's why right versus left.
Yeah.
Because what happens is a left-handed scissor is, if you use it left-handed, it opens the gap, whereas if you're doing it right-handed, the pressure closes that gap. When you cut like cardboard with a pair of scissors, and you're not supposed to,
Yeah.
it widens that gap and then makes the scissors useless. So if you're cutting something that's too thick for your scissors, you can spread that, and then your scissors are...
So is that why I should use that for batting and not these?
I don't think you'd run into a lot of trouble with batting because it's going to cut fairly. It's when you're doing something like cardboard where you're trying to really get through, and
Yeah.
and sometimes it kind of splits your scissors open.
Yeah.
If
Should
you
use a knife.
yeah, use a knife, because if you're going too thick and you widen that out, it's not that you're dulling the scissors, you're just moving those cutting edges too far apart so they can't function like they're supposed to. And most scissors, a lot of these you'll see. Not this one, but like this one here, you can see where there's a nut there on the back. So you could actually probably take that off and straighten that out if you had to. And like even on these, most of your high quality scissors are going to have some
A way to sharpen them.
some way to take that off and sharpen them. But that's scissors, and like I said, there's a physical difference between scissors, and you're going to find the ones that cut the best and are the sharpest tend to have a much steeper angle. But because of that, they will require more sharpening if you're using them on materials that are more
That
abrasive.
you shouldn't use them
Yeah,
on.
abrasive, because paper is more abrasive than fabric. It's not the end of the world if you use scissors on paper, but prolonged use, you're going to find that it will wear them out quicker. And it was just a rabbit hole I fell down. I thought I would share that with you all.
You know, these are definitely the favorites in the shop.
Yes, these are far and away the favorites. Like I said, Brenda loves her Havel. Everybody loves the Buckleys, but Havel. One of the things about Havel, that's all they do is cutting, and so they really
get it well.
know their game. So they're really interesting to talk to if you ever go to like a quilt show or something, and you can meet one of the guys that run like one of their kind of, I don't want to call them engineers. But
that's what they call
one of their shop guys, one of the guys, they will talk edges and blade you all day with you, but they know their game, and that's like I said, again goes back to kind of with what we're talking about with the irons. You kind of get what you pay for. And like I said, Ginger makes nice scissors. These are Gingers, for sure. But like I said, these were geared more, because if you look at this, these are geared more to kind of an all-around
Universal.
utility versus straight fabric, just because of the
You
angle.
really want to keep these on paper or
Yes.
fabric, not go back.
Yeah, you
and
wouldn't want to
forth.
go back and forth too often.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Beans. Well, I didn't know that all about scissors. I just knew some were better than others.
Yes. So that's all I have for the workbench. So that
Awesome.
leaves
That was
us
good.
almost no time at all for you to do your thing now.
Really?
Oh, we've got like 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't need more than that. I'm
Okay.
used to you taking up the whole show.
No, yeah.
I've covered some of what I want to cover today sporadically a couple months ago, but it came up again, and I thought, all right, now I have such a good example as to why I need this software.
Okay.
This is going to be a demonstration using Embrilliance Essentials. Essentials is the lowest level of Embrilliance. It's not me going out and spending $500.
It's the 129 version.
It's the 129 version, which I keep telling people it's worth it. It's worth it. This is a design I have loaded on my system right now. Is a design that's put out by, I'll shout out to her because I think they do a great job designing, Garden Moments. If you go online, they're called Stitches of Love. They have several block of the month programs. You can join in anytime, and you get these cute little boxes every month. The newest one is called Garden Moment. So there's several of us in the shop doing it, mostly because we're trying to learn. So our programs are. So anyway, what she did was, this is block 1, and you see the stippling in there? She wants me to load the batting, no backing, but the batting, and do this whole block.
And the stippling
With the
is this,
stippling that you
this stuff
see
right
all
there.
around
Yep.
it. Yes. I said, because I've been working really hard on the Quilt As You Go methods, if anybody really wants to study Quilt As You Go, Patton Poole from Australia has a master's class.
Patent pool.
Patton Poole, which,
It's like Pat
which I
and
have
pool
taken.
or patent as like the name pool.
Patton, as in that's a pattern.
Oh,
This is a
pattern.
pattern.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't even picking on you that time.
Oh man, she loves applique,
Yeah.
so she and I have something in common. She doesn't digitize though, but she does Quilt As You Go, and she's developed 7 different ways to do it, and she has her master class you can sign up for. I've done it. I can't get enough of it.
So you're now the master.
No, but
Oh, okay. Well, if you take the master class, doesn't that make you a master?
No,
Okay.
just means my appetite's like this. So when I saw these, I said, oh, I want to do, that's similar to how we did Frosty.
Yeah.
But now that I've taken my master class, I would like to do it differently. I would like to add my backing. Whoops, where'd I go? Add my backing when I go to do my stippling, so that I am ready to attach my blocks with the one of 7 Quilt and Go methods.
And this block already has the stippling digitized in it,
Yes, it does.
but she's
But
not.
here's the issue with it, and why I had to break out my essentials. I could play Stipple Chicken and watch where it goes, but I'm going to use the Stitch Stimulator and tell you how Stipple Chicken.
Is that like a thing? Did you just make that up?
Yes.
We need to. That's,
Here's the block you're seeing on the screen. Here's what it looks like with no stippling in it. Because I said south, I want to add my batting and my backing as the last step. I don't want to do it ahead of time. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, this is not a tearaway. This is
That's
SF 101 that will stay in my quilt. I will cut it down to size. No stabilizer required. I cannot shout enough about this.
That is the same stuff that if you are making a t-shirt quilt, you're going to be looking for to back your shirts.
It is amazing.
there's a
I've
couple-
saved so much on
There's a couple different companies that make it, but it's
Yes.
going to be the stuff. SF101 is the Pellon, but if you
There, even Pellon has a 941 or
Yeah.
something. There's a couple different ones
Yeah.
out there.
but it's whatever you would use to back a t-shirt quilt.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Yeah, and I cut it like I would stabilizer,
Mhm.
but now I'm going to leave it in. So, and that's how this one was done as well. See, look how nice it is. It's not stiff.
I
it's
thought you were
not,
going to beat me with it
no,
there
I'm
for a
gonna
minute.
beat
The
you
way
with
you
it. I just
picking
want
it
you to
up.
see it's nice. It's not.
It
just,
is not.
it's
Yeah,
not
you wouldn't
stiff.
even. Yeah, you wouldn't even really know that it's in there once you put the batting with it.
No, you don't. So anyway, back to the stippling. Because I said, I don't want to do my stippling. So I loaded it in here and I said, let's go up here. This is our stitch simulator. If you get Embrilliance for nothing else, okay, this is what you get it for. I'm going to go into stitch simulator mode. I'm going to go fast at first by just clicking and dragging here. Now see, the first thing it's doing is creating this outline. Well, that's so she can stick it to the hoop.
Yeah.
Well, the way I've done it, I don't need that because I stuck it to my 101 and hooped my 101. So I don't need that. And now that first one was for the batting, which
Yeah.
I don't have any batting in yet.
Okay.
And I don't want to do it her way, so I don't need that. And I go, yeah, that's to get my fabric to stay on my stabilizer. Don't need that. So far I'm like, yeah, don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. We know how we can skip over one color on our machines, plus or
Yeah.
minus needle. But now what happens? This is where I go, no. We're switching to white. Ready?
I was gonna say, is the white gonna show up, or do you have to change that color?
No, here comes the white. It's going over the darn fabric placement, which I give 2 hecks about. So I don't want that. but I'm still in white mode, guys. And then it says, oh, let me do a placement for your applique. All right. Oh, then let me stipple. And I'm like, no! You can't put applique placement stitches and stippling in the same color. Well, you can, but this is the problem.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Oh, wait, now I'm going to go do some more applique. And this is what I mean about stippling chicken. I got to sit there and go, oh, she's doing an applique, and then I got to stop right at the right time. Then I got to skip over until she does another applique, and then I got to stop at the right time. That's called stipple chicken. Yeah.
So
how do we do it so we're not driving ourselves crazy at
now,
the machine?
my question would be, one of the questions I would ask is, why did she do it that way? Is it to just?
I don't know, but I don't. Just saying.
No, I'm just saying. Was it to save you the? Is it to save you the thread change? Is that probably why?
It's probably why.
Because it seems to me it would make more sense to just do the stipple as a separate stitch if we were digitizing, but.
But this means that the person that you're right.
Yeah.
She doesn't. You don't have to change the thing.
Yeah.
But I want to skip over my stippling, and I want to do it last.
Yeah.
And truthfully, I want to do it last, regardless of whether I use her method or not, because my applique shifts as soon as I do stippling. So I'm going to do stippling last, not first in my book. That's going to be the last thing I stitch out. She has batting in this. Keep this in mind. She's got batting, and she's doing all the stippling first.
Well, okay, because I'm just curious about the theory behind it.
It's
Wouldn't it make
thread changes.
Yeah, well, not just
It
that, but
is.
putting the stippling down 1st, wouldn't that serve to stabilize the block a little bit more so you're not going to get as much shift?
She stitched it all down 3 times.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the puckering and all the other stuff that happens as you start going crazy.
There should be no puckering.
I'm just wondering.
Okay, well,
just-
maybe, but
I'm
regardless, people.
I'm trying to figure out the theory.
Okay, well,
But
I don't.
but I can't. So I'm
What
gonna
I
go
want to
on.
do is I want to be able to take my stippling and make it a completely separate step, all on its own.
Yes.
I don't want to run it. I don't mind that she uses the same color, but I want to be able to do the stippling when I want to do it. And with Essentials, this is very easy to do. It's using what we call the color stop. So I'm going to back up to almost where I see my problem. When it starts to do that applique placement line right there, that's an applique placement line. When I get close to where I think I'm done, oh, see how I went a little too far? Can you see that? That's stippling. So now I just use these arrow keys to back up to get exactly where I want to stop. Right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I got to do is see the stop sign? I click stop. And then it allows me to put in another color. So I'm going to say I don't even care what color. I just don't want it the same as my applique placement
So that it
line.
knows to stop.
So I'm going to say, oh, it's light blue. Now what you'll see over here is all of a sudden, see how this is white? And now this is a light blue? Do you see that?
Yep. And then on your
Watch what happens now when we do the stitch simulator. Here's all the black stuff I don't want, and I can show you how to quickly just delete that. Here's the white where it goes around and tacks my thing down, and the first thing it does is the little leaf. Now watch the blue. Oh, it's not showing very well. Here it goes. See how that's all stippling?
Yep. And then you're gonna take that to the end and change the color back.
No, I can leave it right like that unless it goes. There we go.
That's what I was gonna say, take it
Oh
to there.
yeah. Now I go. Where does she start putting in applique? Right there. So I want to get exactly there. That's the end of it. Insert stop. Now the next color is going to be the color that I'm going to do the leaves in. Boom. That's all I got to do is assign them a different color, and now my machine's going to stop. And now I have one step. Excuse me, one step that is all stippling.
Now, okay. Can you change the order of that, or can you put that stippling at the end of the block now, or do you just have to skip over it and then come back to it?
Actually, what I do is copy it and paste it in a new block and keep it all and delete it from this one.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you can. Changing order is real simple. All you simply do is come over here and drag.
Drag it to where you, okay,
So now my stippling is last.
okay.
And if we do a simulator run, you'll see. I would delete that stuff, but all of a sudden, see?
Yeah, it does all that, okay. Yeah.
I don't
that's
care
cute
what color
little
that
bird.
stuff's done in.
Yeah.
Her other stops are good.
Yeah.
Get all the way to the end real quickly, and here comes
The
stippling.
stippling. That was super easy.
That's how easy it is, and that's with essentials.
Yes.
And yeah, I never do anything straight out of the box.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I don't. And that's going to allow me to now put this with my batting and my backing, rehoop it, and just run the quilting. Cool beans, right?
Yes, I like it. That was like super easy.
It's super easy. Embroidery essentials.
Yes.
Yep, that's that.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm done.
And just as a side note, this is the salesman in me. A lot of times people want to buy like the less expensive machines. One of the downsides to a less expensive machine is a lot of less built-in editing in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually get a very cheap embroidery machine, and
still do
Embrilliance
this.
will make up for a lot of the
Yeah.
difference in your editing capability as long as you're doing your work before you bring it to the machine.
I can't do this even on the Luminaire.
Yeah.
I
But
can't.
I'm just saying, like,
That's why I said I'm going to show people.
if
this
you get like an
because-
old PE 770, the machine will stitch fine, but the built-in editing is atrocious, and you can make up for all of its shortcomings with something like Embrilliance.
The same theory holds true as like some people said, well, what if I want to take the little bee and make it for the quilt?
Yeah,
This program is enough to
You
allow you to
strip that
strip
out.
that out and
Oh,
then
yeah,
add
okay.
text to it and custom create a quilt label.
Okay,
And it's $129.
129. Yeah, and that's cheap for software.
It is, and it's pretty intuitive to
Yeah.
learn. So
Anyway, that was cool.
yeah,
I learned
thanks.
something. Yeah.
Thanks.
I guess that means they're gonna take us out now, and everybody gets to check
Okay.
my. See, I combed my hair this morning, and
Hi,
nobody
Kaya.
believes me.
Can you change the order? Yes. Did you see it? It's a click and drag, Kaya.
You want to go back to the computer for a second, I think, so she can show
I
us
love
click and
Pat
drag.
and Pool. Yes, Rhonda. Me too.
Yeah, so the change your order, you just click and drag.
So to change it right now, this stipple last. Let's say I wanted it. Literally, I'm clicking and dragging and dropping it wherever I want it.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Click and drag to whatever order you want it in. It's very easy, very easy. All I covered was basically putting stops in,
Yep.
color changes, color order. If there's something in here you don't even want, like let's say I don't want that black to happen at all, you simply highlight it and click your delete key and he's gone. That's how easy it is to take something out of your design.
So that bright white,
Yeah.
that's gonna be, and then we can just hit delete and it
And
goes
it's
away.
gone.
Yep, okay. Interesting.
So easy breezy.
Anyway, that was some good stuff.
All right, that's that. We're done now.
All right, we're done. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Shenanigans with Brent and Becky. Be excellent to it. Be excellent to each other, and so on. Or is it so on to be excellent to each other?